Let's start by looking at the big movers and gainers in crypto this week. So overall, the market cap in the last 24 hours is down 0.3%, which isn't a whole heap. Our 7-day movers, so our large increasers this week, well, Pepe and meme coins are still on a roll. Flocky is starting to take off today with 52% in the last 24 hours. But on top of that, then we have Casper Network up 7%, Tron up 6.5%, Rocket Pool up 5%, and Tokenized Exchange is also up 5%. So the biggest losers this week have been Radix. Radix has seen a great run up until now, and I'm expecting it to have another great run as the release of Babylon comes closer and closer. Immutable X is down 15%, Injective is down 14%, and Lido is also down 12%. So they're the big movers and the big shakers this week. But as everybody is talking about, the meme coins are the coins that have really been on a roll for the last week. And we can see that Wojak has been up 1,271%, Pepe's been up 900, Chad Coin has been up, Ignore Food is up 600, Kermit is up 400, Pepe ERC is up 300. So the meme coins are really taking over. But what happens when meme coin season is over, when all this buzz is actually over? Is all this money going to flow into other tokens, or is it going to leave the market altogether as whales start to take profits on this? Well, this is yet to be seen. So let's have a look at the big news that's happened this week in the cryptocurrency market. So first of all, the first story I want to share with you today is that Joe Biden wants a 30% crypto mining tax. Now, will this work is the heading on this headline. So basically the key takeaways is that President Biden wants to tax up to 30% crypto miners' electricity costs in 3 years. So he's going to increase 10% a year starting from next year. He said that the aim was at curbing environmental and economic concerns. The tax would mostly affect Bitcoin miners because they're the only ones that are on proof of work. And critics of the tax proposal say that miners could just as easily move offshore. And this is a big problem that the US are having at the moment, is that they're pushing crypto companies out of their country, and they're really not doing themselves any advantage, especially when countries around Europe are implementing MiCA now and are welcoming crypto companies to set up in the Eurozone with regulations and taxes already set up. Now, one of the people that's raised a concern about this is presidential candidate Robert Kennedy Jr., and he's criticised these efforts. Now, he is one of the latest presidential candidates, and he is also member of the Kennedy family, which has been in presidential places before. He's also an environmental lawyer. So the fact that he is criticizing this is good, because at the end of the day, lots of Bitcoin is actually mined with renewable energies. And in fact, the mining of Bitcoin uses up an awful lot less energy than people might think because of the use of renewable energy. And the financial sector alone uses an awful lot more energy than the mining of Bitcoin. So that is an interesting story. And as the election process starts over in the US for the election to happen next year, these pro-crypto candidates may have a really good footing to stand on. Now, staying over in the States, we see that the SEC has 10 days to respond to Coinbase's complaint. So what happened is that Coinbase, we'll read through this, according to a May the 4th announcement from Coinbase, the United States Court of Appeal for the Third Circuit responded to the complaint against the US Securities Exchange regarding the need for clear rules for trading digital assets. Now, as I said, the Eurozone are well on their way of leading this at the moment with clear guidance with the market regulations. But we can see that they have been they've been ordered to respond within 10 days. So Coinbase, they're the largest US-based security exchange, they filed a lawsuit And the lawsuit relates to a petition that was actually lodged several months earlier. And in this petition, the exchange posed 50 specific questions about the regulatory treatment of certain digital items. The questions were wide-ranging, covering topics such as how tokens are classified as securities, and they're seeking clarification on various other matters. Now, this was done months and months ago, but the SEC have never replied. But the SEC have then go ahead and they've issued a Wells notice to Coinbase. So now Coinbase are fighting back and they're saying, well, look, we lodged this position. We did ask for clarity. The courts have taken their side. They're given 10 days for the SEC to reply, and then Coinbase will have 7 days after that to reply back to their reply. Now, staying on Coinbase, Coinbase have had their quarterly results out, and Coinbase posts a 75 million net loss, but it has beaten expectations. So on May the 4th, Coinbase Global reported a 5th consecutive quarter loss, which is unfortunate, but it's not surprising with the downturn in the crypto market because they do rely heavily on trading fees. So it posted a 75 million loss, which is lower than the 450 million loss in the same period last year. It has resulted in beating expectations, which were losses of 316 million. Now, its total revenue was 772 million, 31% lower than the revenue of Q1 in 2022. Now, if you think it's only 37% lower, the whole crypto market is down an awful lot more than 37%. So if you look at that in comparison to the crypto market, it's actually not that bad at all. It has said that its gains for the crypto market are down, and as a result, the transaction revenue fell by 63%. So the transaction revenue is down substantially, more or less in line with the crypto market. Now, Coinbase do have some of the highest fees in the industry. So a lot of traders have moved to other exchanges to trade, and to decentralized exchanges as well, because of all of the fear and the uncertainty around exchanges in the US. Now, just sticking with the US for a moment, we are all familiar with the banking crisis, with Silvergate going down and the different banks that have gone down. And the other day, the Fed came out with a 0.25 basis rate increase. Now, the Eurozone has also come out with the same increase in interest rates, but not long after this, we've seen another massive hit to the banking sector across America. So yesterday, being the 4th of May, the US bank stocks on the 4th of May, we've got PacWest down 47%, First Horizon down 40%, Western Alliance 22%, Home Street 11%, and we can see that there's been massive hits on banks since the Fed made their announcement that they were increasing interest rates yet again. So this banking crisis is not yet over, and we could see more banks fail. Now, how this is going to affect the crypto market is still very unclear to see, but it's something that all people in crypto should be aware of because it is going to have an impact in some form or another. Now, moving on to some more positive news for the week. Alibaba Cloud, Avalanche partner to deploy metaverse on the blockchain. And this isn't the first time that Alibaba and Avalanche have partnered together. So let's just have a quick read of what's going on here. So Alibaba Cloud, the digital technology and intelligence division of Alibaba Group, has partnered with Avalanche. The partnership will provide Alibaba's clients with a launchpad cloudverse that aims to help business customize, launch and maintain their own metaverse space on Avalanche blockchain. There's also a third partner, MUA DAO, which is the service layer which will help implement the integration and customization for metaverses. So basically, they have made sure that Alibaba Cloud have made sure that any businesses that want to launch a metaverse space on Avalanche will be able to do it very quickly. They're actually saying here that you and I can create a metaverse right now within 15 minutes. The chain is up. Within hours, the wallet is up and the turnkey is up. So this is all happening very, very quick. And it means that people that really want to get onto the metaverse, set up businesses on the metaverse, can do so in lightning speed. Another piece of news that's come out this week is that Stripe expands access to its crypto on-ramp with new hosted options. So Web3 companies can now direct customers to Stripe hosted on-ramps to buy cryptocurrency. Both embedded and Stripe hosted on-ramps are available to any interested Stripe user. Now, Stripe is originally an Irish company, but it says here San Francisco and Dublin Stripe, but it's originally from Ireland, Dublin here in Ireland. And they're a financial infrastructure platform for businesses. They had launched that they will host a fiat to crypto on-ramp, making it easier for Web3 companies to help US customers purchase crypto. All we need now is some more off-ramps in the US, because we know with the banks going down and with the lack of regulation, the on and off ramps are becoming more and more difficult over in the States. So with today's announcement, Stripe now offers two implementation offers. It has the embedded on-ramp option, which was announced in December, and this allows developers to insert a widget basically with just 10 lines of code. And now there is a Stripe hosted on-ramp at crypto.link.com to which companies can direct their US-based customers with no code required. So again, this is making it really, really easy for dApps and projects to have a direct fiat on-ramp basically hosted by Stripe. So what else happened in the news this week? Well, the SUI Blockchain Mainnet went live, and this project is going to take on Aptos. Now, it's very similar to Aptos in terms that it has come from people from Meta that were working on the Meta coin that never actually came out. But people are saying that it has been struggling with speed and with decentralization. Now, it does both speeds very, very high, and it was said to be both an Avalanche killer and an Aptos killer. But so far, it hasn't actually lived up to expectations, and there has been even a crash in price since it launched. So the SUI Buzzy Layer 1 boasted 2 billion valuation, launched its mainnet on Wednesday as it jockeyed to edge out rival Aptos and other decentralized finance heavyweights. The token at the time of writing this was 133, and we can have a look at the price of the token now in a minute. It's a significant rise from the pre-sale price of 3 cents and the public sale price of 10 cents. As I said, it's founded by ex-Meta platform employees and has more than 200 projects in its directory, which is quite impressive, and another 100 odd projects vying to build on its network. So it has been pushing out around 18 transactions per second for the 6 hours after launch, and Aptos by comparison is pushing out about 9 transactions per second. It did face several stumbling blocks on the decentralization front. So there is more than 2,100 nodes across 43 countries, but most of these are in Germany and the US. And then there's a scattering of nodes also throughout Asia and Europe. And the distribution of token holder also remains unclear. Now, we do know that they did receive heavy funding, and that it could be quite centralized in terms of who are holding the tokens. If you're enjoying this video, by the way, please do smash that like button. And if you want to stay informed on what's going on in crypto and learn about Web3, blockchain and cryptocurrency, then do subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more of my videos. Now I'm on to the next and last bit of news I'm going to share with you today. And this one I really love. This is Killer Whales, the first global broadcasted Web3 TV show. And I'm absolutely loving the idea of this. So say hello to Killer Whales, the first globally broadcasted Web3 television show. We're excited to announce our first TV killer show, Whales, will begin filming in June. As a Web3 entertainment company focused on creating and developing entertainment IPs, the Killer Whales show is designed to entertain and educate a global audience on the intricacies and evolving tech in the Web3 world. So they've actually partnered with CoinMarketCap and Altcoin Daily for this. And what it's going to do is it's going to be like Shark Tank. So people can go in and they can pitch their projects. But being in Web3 fashion, it does mean that users, Web3 users, can actually get involved in the show. Now, if you hold some of the Hello token, you'll be able to vote on projects. And depending on how much of these Hello tokens you have, you may also get this additional vote. Now, what this vote does, if we go down through the article here, lucky projects will be entitled to take part in the show. So application opens on the 2nd of May. You get a super vote if you hold a minimum of 1,000 Hello tokens within your wallet. So each super vote counts as 10 regular votes. So that means that users can vote on their favorite project, and that'll give the project a chance to being a wild card that gets through on the show. So for me, I used to love the Shark Tank program. I thought it was quite interesting to watch. So to see a Web3 version of this now, and a Web3 version where users can get involved, adding utility to the Hello token, I think is really, really interesting. So do you have any news to share with me? If you do, please do comment below. And if all of this in this video wasn't enough for you, I hope that you'll watch the video on the screen now.